Contrary to the most popular belief, narcissists do miss you. They miss certain things about you. But they do not process it the same way in their brain, the way you process missing them. A lot of things go on in their head, which we are going to talk about in today's episode. I'm going to reveal it all. Before I do, let me introduce myself. I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional and a psychologist. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before we get started, please consider subscribing because your subscription to the channel may help in spreading awareness about narc abuse. When you miss somebody, what do? Obviously, you try to find ways to reach out, to reconnect, and to tell the person that you miss them, that you would like to see them, you would like to talk to them, and so on. But when a narcissist misses you, they do not do any of these. They do not miss you. They miss all the feelings they felt because of you. I'm talking about all the supply, attention, admiration, validation, adoration. Not only all these things, but also the negativity they were able to create in your life because of their presence. They miss the power, they miss the control. But they are not humble enough to come to you and to quite vulnerably tell you that I miss you. I feel really weak in this moment. I just would like to be with you. I would like to depend on you. They do not do any of it. They do the opposite. They do something really disgusting. They hoover you. When a narcissist notices your absence, in their head a thought pops up. And this thought does not push them to find ways to connect with you directly, to talk to you. They don't do any of that, especially if they know you see through them. Their demonic, destructive, disordered brain takes over and it starts looking for ways to reach out in a very unacceptable way, to stalk you, to make you come begging and crawling so that they can bestow upon you their blessings, the blessing of being with you, of accepting you again. It's their grandiosity that does not allow them to be vulnerable and easy enough to reconnect with you. Instead of thinking of all the things they miss about you and feeling pain, they think of all the things that can be weaponized against you. Your emotions, your points that can be pushed, people who can be sent across as flying monkeys, as enablers, who could somehow gaslight you into reaching out to the narcissist again. They do not want to give up. They do not want to bow before you. You need to understand, to them this is a game of winning and losing, and they would never want to lose. That's the reason why their relationships never work. They're extremely rigid. And when you are in a relationship, you have to compromise. That's it. Without compromise, no relationship can ever work. But they want only one person to do so, and that's you. They expect you to give up on your pain, forget that they hurt you, act like nothing has happened, and play a game with them. A disgusting game that they only win, and you just say, oh, I'm fine. Come and walk over me. Come and destroy me. You are expected not to complain. When missing you, they do not miss the actual you, the actual person, because they do not know you for who you are. They miss the fantasy version of the story of the relationship, the things that they used to get from you, how they felt protected in your presence, how you gave them attention, how you took care of them. They miss all the things that they could extract from you back then, and that is what creates a shift in their mood. That's when they go like, oh, I need to reach out to this person because I can't live without them. That's when they self-gaslight themselves into thinking that they actually miss you, when in reality they are missing nothing but chaos. They're missing nothing but control over you. They're missing nothing but the abusive cycle they kept repeating again and again without changing. What they're missing is torturing you. Then they send these flying monkeys. As I said, they do not have the humility to say, I made these mistakes, I miss you, please forgive me, I am ready to make the compromise, I am ready to make the necessary changes to make this thing work. They will send their mother across if they can, or they will manufacture a crisis. All of a sudden you will get a phone call from a random number telling you that so and so has had a heart attack and you need to show up at the hospital. Their sibling may call you and say, oh, so and so has not eaten for days. They're not doing well. You need to show up, you need to talk to them, or else something bad is going to happen to them. That's how they weaponize your empathy against you. That's why I call them sympathy vampires. This person may directly try to contact you from their phone numbers, from their emails, but it won't be direct. They'll just say something really random, as if they meant to send that message to somebody else, but accidentally they sent it to you. So that you say something like, I'm not that person. What are you talking about? They want a response from you, and within no time you will find yourself back in their trap. That is what happens when they miss you. They come up with these strategic plans to get you back, to make you fall, kneel before their ego somehow. That's who they are within. How do I know this? Well, I have personally experienced this with my covertly narcissistic mother. When she would miss me, she would act like she is in deep pain. She's struggling and suffering, that I need to give in. She knew what buttons to push to make me feel guilty, so that I feel obligated to fix her, because I was her fixer, I was her savior. That was my role. I became the parent, she was the child. Or she would send somebody else my way. Initially, it would be one of her sisters or her parents. Then, when I stopped taking calls from these people, she would send my sister across to gaslight me through her, because she knew I had a soft corner for my sibling, and she weaponized that. They don't actually miss you. They miss inflicting emotional pain. For all these reasons, I say a narcissist's brain is a brain of a predator, because they do not behave in ways a human would, especially when feeling so vulnerable. They do not feel the missing in reality, in experience. They only feel the missing of what is missing in your absence, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about all the positive or negative things they used to get from you. The benefits, it's all about the benefits. It's all about what is in it for them. So they revise that fantasy, which triggers a shift in their emotional state and brings out the nice side, or triggers the narcissistic part of their brain to strategize and plan ways to get you back, and that is what they do. For these reasons, you should never fall for their trap and never ever go back. No matter how much they say they're missing you, don't believe their words. They may cry and you may feel like it's real. And in their head, they will make it real, because they somehow gaslight themselves into thinking they're missing you. But in reality, they are missing the fantasy version of you, the idealized version of you. And it's guaranteed, once they get you back, they will double punish you. Because that rage, what will they do with it? They have to take it out on somebody, and you are the main target. They will have to punish you for making them do all of this hard work. They will have to treat you worse than before. That is what is coming for you. So there is no room for giving chances. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I am Danish, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.